right, let's do this. Feed these Steam Deck fans, man. You Steam Deck OLED fans are getting you Steam Deck fans are getting spoiled. You're like, huh? What are you talking about? Huh? Listen to this. SDL 3.0 adds color space concept. More code coming from Valve around HDR. Mm-mm-mm. OLED with HDR, huh? Yeah, you Steam Deck fans are spoiled. Anyway, hello people. Good mornings. Another beautiful day. Yeah, hope your five senses work. Health and strength is good or excellent. What? What's up, Steam Deck fans? Steam Deck Tribe, Steam Deck Nation, Steam Deck Universe, Steam Deck World, Steam Deck Legion, what's good? Steam Deck Mob, what's happening? Steam Deck Squad, what's up? And you Steam Deck nerds, geeks, and freaks, and you investigators, man. You Steam Deck fans are spoiled. Really spoiled. Yeah. You guys are getting this HDR stuff is just getting more updates, huh? Listen to this. Listen to this though. It says SDL 3.0 adds color space concept. More code coming from Valve around HDR. Says here, development on SDL3 continue as the next major update to simply direct media layer for this hardware slash software abstraction library commonly used by cross-platform games and other software. The latest major feature work to brings up around SDL3 is an initial concept of color space has been added to SDL library. Additionally, there are some pending merge requests around high dynamic range properties. This pull by Sam Lentinja of Valve has been merged. The code adds in RGB and YCbCr color type to the SDL interface, color range, and other color space property. Separately, there is a pull for adding HDR surface properties and tone mapping from HDR to SDR. Also, another pull that has been merged for adding color for adding support for other HDR color primaries. All of this merged in the past week. And then it says, with the beautiful Steam Deck OLED out there, it's great seeing all the ongoing improvements Valve engineers are working on for better supporting HDR support on Linux for gaming, from low-level graphics drivers, and Wayland work to the SDL library and more. And that is that. Yeah. You Steam Deck fans are always getting spoiled. News, deals, games, updates. Yeah. And HDR, SDR, OLED. Oh yeah. You guys are just getting up. The Steam Deck is just getting up. It's just improving day by day, week by week, month by month, minute by minute, second by second, hour after hour, man. Yeah. Like I told you, keep your storage in check on the Steam Deck. Updates are just rolling in. Yeah. So another update to HDR. Oh yeah, Steam Deck fans are loving this. Yes, they are. All right, what else I got for you? Since we talking, whoops. Since we talking video games here. All right. Here, okay. What else I got for you? Since we're talking video games on the Steam Deck, keep the ball moving here. All right, what do we got? Let's see here. Okay. All right, let's see what we get. What else we got? All right. Steam Deck is just getting updates, man. What? All right, here's another one. Steam OS like Chimera OS release. with HDR and controller support for many more handhelds. Chimera OS is a top choice for people who want a Steam OS like Linux distribution to run on gaming handhelds or a couch gaming PC. The latest release is out now, and Chimera OS brings big changes. The developers mentioned it looks extra long since the Steam Deck OLED had released, and that many changes in the game scope and Steam that cause unexpected behavior in a lot of devices, so they need time to go through all the issues. The release comes with Linux kernel 6.6.10, Mesa 23.3.3, and has an open gamepad user interface version 0.28.0 through 3. Some of the other big inclusion in this release. It's a nice little list. It says here, implement HDR for support games. Kernel carries patches made by awesome community. Thanks everyone. Redesign the game scope session package to simplify implementing quirks and bug fixes across all sessions. All sessions now use a common script device quirk file. The session names have changed as well, so when downgrading from version 45 to version 44.1 and below, a Chimera session command is required, and upgrading should have no issues. Game PDUI is now Steam. Game PADUI with QAM is now Steam Plus. The log for search session is now says here, including in the distro for awesome new possibilities. Remove Feral Game Mode daemon. Add CPU power CLI tools for managing CPU power profiles. Add control support for ANEO, CUN, ANEO Slide, Lenovo Legion, Go, OXP, 1X Fly, OXP2, OXP2 Pro, AYN Low-Key Mini Pro, and GPD Win Mini. Says here, add additional event configuration for handy GCCS that support putting the controller into Nintendo mode. Users will need to manually edit their handy gcc.config to enable this. Add EDI override for Air Plus that enable more refresh rate. Enable firmware override to use this. And then it says add equalizer settings for Lenovo Go. ROG Ally that drastically improve the sound stage for both. The new device will be present in the audio menu. Ensure that the default audio device is at maximum volume before switching for the best performance. Enable the HID Steam drivers. Steam Deck and Steam Controller user can now use their controller on the desktop. Lizard mode, emulating the keyboard and mouse automatically. Enable Vulkan support for some older Intel iGPUs. YMMV. Add Power Station daemon to manage settings and switch open gamepad user interface to using it as a back end. Changing settings and load power profile on open gamepad should now be much faster and more reliable. Improve support in open gamepad user interface for PlayStation controllers. This change may cause duplicate input device. In some situation, if this occurs, manually update version 0.29.2 or above using the settings menu in open gamepad user interface. And then it says add support for ROG Ally BIOS 3.3.0. ROG Ally no longer needs firmware override for audio to work on any BIOS. Remove Expad Neo and X1 driver and replace them with Expad and create Exonito X1 dongle only for managing import devices. This should resolve many of the import related to bugs users were experiencing. Fix night mode, fix game art override, not being able, not fix game artwork override not being applied in some areas. Fix error in Chimera web app when Epic Games credentials expire. Fix multiple crashes conditions in Handy GCCS. Various fixes for devices that don't detect card zero have been made. Fix some scripting errors in Controller Wake. This is still disabled by default. If you have this enabled and are experiencing issues with sleep, try disabling it. Fix an issue with some network cards. Yeah, that's a lot. Alright, what else we got? Since we're talking to Steam. So what else we got? Okay, let's see. Alright, here's another one. The original SteamOS like Linux distro, Holo iOS, now dead, replaced with immutable version. After a while of no updates to actual ISO downloads, the Holo iOS, the creator of the Steam like Linux distribution, has announced the original is now dead, as it's being replaced by the newer immutable Holo iOS. The developer put up a PSA, public service announcement, on the original GitHub. Wait a minute, whoops, come back here. GitHub page and archive it so it will no longer see any updates at all, and you cannot support for it. If you cannot get support for it, they said the new immutable Holo iOS is now ready to be used as a daily driving distribution with an immutable operating system. Things like SteamOS and Fedora Silverblue. The idea is to give a read-only file system that gets replaced and updates. It's supposed to keep things more secure and stable, plus easier updates since it's just replaced the main system. Holo iOS is self-designed to give you a close enough version of SteamOS to use on other systems, and so the new immutable Holo ISO, I keep saying iOS, ISO, should hopefully be more reliable. It was what ANEO were going to put on ANEO Next Lite. They've since backtracked. There's no current way to upgrade an existing Holo ISO, I said Holo iOS, to the new way it runs. But the developer mentioned they're currently figuring out the best approach to it. Alright. And that's that. Yeah. And it says new release will be on this GitHub with the issue reporting on a separate GitHub. Alright. Keep pushing. Alright. What else we got on the news front? Alright. Let's see. GE Proton. Yeah. News, deals, games, updates. Alright. What else we got? Whoa. GE Proton 8 through 28 release with GWL support for non-Steam games. We recently had the announcement of the new Unified Linux Wine game launcher, ULWGL project, and now GE Proton has upgraded to make it. Now GE Proton has been upgraded to make use of it. GE Proton 8 through 28 is out now. And it says this version of the Proton, built by the community and not supported by Valve, sometimes needed for a specific game. But it said before Valve fixes them up in the official Proton, it's generally advised to stick with the official Proton unless you need the fix in GE Proton for specific games. And okay, what are the updates here? Okay, let's see. Fix S dash fix API Steam API underscore init fail no ID found for being reported when running non-Steam games. Uh, non 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 Steam games will now run using Wine inside Proton rather than calling Steam.exe with Wine. Then the game inside Steam that goes along the API failure fix. Controller ads for 8 through 27 has been removed as it's now properly upstreamed. Add ULGWL support for non-Steam games. Beeman VR patch removed per request by developer. They have stated they'll fix the issue in 0.32. Black Desert Online now works. Wine update the latest bleeding edge. DXVK update to latest Git. VKD3D update to the latest Git. Proton changes. Now using ULWGL Proton fixes. Now can call Wine Tricks graphical user interface using util Proton Tricks. And then in parentheses it says, quotes, GUI. Wine Strix now perform an internet check before attempting any downloads. Fix long-standing issues with Proton Tricks not being able to install .NET using any newer than Proton 5 works and no longer requires Proton 5. Fix DLL override in Wine Tricks. No longer needed to maintain a massive list of specific overridable DLLS in Proton. Proton ads for Canteen Classic Video now fully working. Proton ads for YS Origin Video now fully working. Proton fixes for Ages of Wonder Video now fully working. Proton fixes ads for Model 2 emulators. Proton fixes ad for Alien Breed Impact. Proton fixes added for Alien Breed 2 Assault. Proton fixes add Alien Breed 3 Descent. Proton ads for Black Desert Online. No Steam equal one option launch game like MO Steam equal one letter 1 percent, and then inside the percent is command to launch on non-Steam standalone version. Yeah. This Steam Deck is getting update. Alright, what else we got on the menu? Alright. Metal Gear got update. Okay, let's see here. As Konami continues to improve the recent release of Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Collection version, Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty, Metal Gear Collection version, and Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater Master Collection versions, they now add Steam inputs. It says currently 2 and 3 have been updated to its notes, but the first may not be far behind. Metal Gear Sons of Liberty Master Collection and Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater Master Collection have updates that note version 1.4/version 1.4.1 released on January 29th. The version for users playing on Steam Deck will be noted as version 1.4 ID in the game. Version 1.4.1/version 1.4.1D patch notes. Please check the list below. Please check the list of changes below for detail, and maintain improvements and fixes in this patch. Fixes previously known issues are marked as with an asterisk. Add support for deck support. Fix an issue where input via keyboard were registered for game even at when the Alt key was down. And then it says it's not clear exactly what they've done for Steam Deck support, as annoyingly they don't say, although we can see on SteamDB that they now have dedicated content depot for Steam Deck So they've likely tweaked some in the game. Resource to work. Valve has put up. Valve has also put them back through verification. They're now showing up as deck verified. Metal Gear Solid, Metal 2 and 3, Humble and Steam Store. Alright, one more. We're done. It says Nevergrave from Palworld developer looked like a lot like Hollow Knights. And then it says Pocket Pair formed another studio called Frontside 180 that they are working on Nevergrave, The Witch and the Curse, which look a whole lot like Hollow Knights. This might see the wait for Silksong. While it may look like a Hollow Knights for the style, it's actually quite different game overall. Plenty of elements of it feels like Dead Cell, but there's a hint of Soul. The Hero Slayer with a possession mechanic. 2, there's even a whole village building element to it. There's also going to be online co-op support for up to 4 players. Overall, it does actually look quite good. And then it says Metroidvania roguelite with emphasis on exploration, sophisticated tactical design, player character control, possession systems where Hatskin possess enemies and use their unique abilities, traditional Japanese handwork, limited animation is used for character 2D animation, thickly painted background as if you were traveling through a world of pictures, books and cut out pictures. Then it says learn actions such as double jump from artifacts to explore. Certainly change your playstyle on the synergy traits. Associate let's see, associate with magic and items. Intense battles with tough bosses. It will take more than just memorizing boss patterns to defeat them without taking damage. Rebuild your strength. Rebuild your village strength through buildings and production to prepare for the next adventure. Explore different terrain each time you play through procedural generated dungeon. Multiplayer support up to 4 players can delve into the dungeon together. And then it says here, due to the early access sometimes in the first quarter, this will make Pocket Pair 4th game to be in frankly accessed following Craftopia, AI Art Imposters, and Palworld. They are currently in development. There's a demo available for which in my testing seems to work quite well on desktop Linux with Proton 8.5. And that is it. So, let's see here. Okay. That is it. So, you Steam Deck fans are covered. News, deals, games, updates. Got you guys covered, man. Yeah, love doing this, by the way. It's fun. Oh yeah, by the way, they got me a new microphone too. I got to test it out today and see if it works. But anyway, other than that, man, you guys are good. News, deals, games, update. And I'll keep you guys up to date on what's going on with the Steam Deck. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Anything I find, I'll let you know and keep you in the loop. But the Steam Deck is moving. Linux desktop is moving. All kind of updates is up. All kind of updates is happening in the Linux community. Whether from the business end, whether it's from the educational end, whether it's from the gaming end, server end, network security end, all kind of news are happening. So yeah, I'll keep you guys in the post what's going on with in the loop what's going on with the Steam Deck. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still Star Wars Star Trek thing or Dark Side. Peace. Whoops.